Okay, so today we're going deep on Sam Altman,
All right.
the OpenAI guy.
Yeah, the man of the moment.
Yeah, exactly. And we have to figure out, like, is he a visionary, like leading us to this amazing AI future, or is this,
Is he going to doom us all?
yeah, is it a little bit scary?
Yeah.
And what's really interesting is you've sent us a bunch of sources.
Yeah, we've got a lot to work with here.
Yeah, so we've got a bunch of articles from The Verge.
Mhm.
We've got this YouTube video.
Oh, yeah, the one called Sam Altman Needs to Be Stopped.
It's a little intense.
Just a little bit, yeah. Sam Altman is evil. Strong words.
Yeah, it is. And then we've got like this Reddit thread talking about some of his comments about like open source AI and...
Got that research right up, too.
Oh, yeah, that kind of summarizes everything.
Tries to bring it all together.
Right, exactly.
Definitely.
So I think our mission today is like, let's wade through all this stuff and really trying to figure out like, what are the strongest arguments about Altman's leadership at OpenAI?
Yeah, I think that's the goal. And I think what's so interesting is like, you've got these two very different sides to him.
Right.
Like he's either this groundbreaking innovator leading the charge.
Yeah, he's going to save us all.
Yeah. Or he's this like potentially dangerous figure who's, just out for himself.
Out of control.
Yeah, and maybe sacrificing safety and ethics along the way.
Exactly. So we're gonna dig into both sides.
Absolutely. Got to look at it all.
But sticking only to what you sent us, right? Like we're not
Yeah, no making stuff up.
pulling things out of thin air.
We're just going based on what you gave us.
Okay, so I think to kick things off, we have to talk about like the sheer size of OpenAI.
Oh, yeah.
Like this company is huge.
The behemoth.
I mean, that research write-up, those excerpts you sent, the pasted text, like it all points to one thing.
Money.
Money. Huge investment.
Billions and billions of dollars.
I mean, $40 billion from SoftBank alone.
It's insane.
I know, it's crazy. And that pushes their valuation to like $300 billion with a B.
That's more than most countries.
I know, it's mind-boggling. So like clearly this isn't just some little startup. This is a major player in tech.
Oh, absolutely. And I think what's important is like you see those numbers and it's easy to just focus on the financial success, but what it really represents is like fuel.
Oh, interesting.
It's fuel for Altman's vision.
Okay.
Like he's been very clear about his goals for AI and all that money is going towards making it happen.
Okay, so what is his vision?
Well, basically he wants to accelerate AI research. Like he wants to get to AGI, artificial general intelligence, as fast as possible. And the Verge articles you sent, they talk about this global race to build the most advanced AI and like Altman's strategy. It puts OpenAI right at the front.
Wow, so he's not messing around.
No, not at all.
Okay, so AGI, I mean, that's like the big one, right? Like the holy grail of AI.
Very much, yeah.
So what does he think will happen when we get there?
So in the pasted text, he talks about how these AI agents, they're going to become like a normal part of the workforce. Like they'll be everywhere and they'll fundamentally change how industries operate.
So not just like better algorithms, but like AI is actually doing the work.
Exactly. Yeah, like it becomes a core part of our economy and our society.
It's a little scary, but also kind of exciting.
I know, it's a lot to take in for sure.
It is. And we're already seeing signs of this, like within OpenAI itself, right? Like the Verge article from March 24th talks about these leadership changes.
Yeah.
Where Altman's now focusing more on the technical side and Brad Lightcap is taking care of operations.
Right. So it seems like Altman's really trying to immerse himself in the technology. Like he wants to be hands-on with the development of this advanced AI.
Wow, that's a real commitment.
Yeah, exactly. And then you've got the Stargate project.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
$500 billion.
I can't even imagine.
It's a joint venture with SoftBank and Oracle to build these massive AI data centers in the U.S.
Yeah, right here in the U.S. So this isn't just like a little side project, right? This is huge.
Yeah, it's massive, and it shows how confident Altman is in the future of AI.
Yeah, like he's betting that we're going to need all this computational power for these future AI models.
Exactly. Like whatever he's envisioning is going to require a whole new level of infrastructure.
Right. And it all comes back to that vision of AGI, right? Like he's building the foundation for this future where AI is everywhere and doing everything.
Yeah, he's playing the long game for sure.
He is. And I think we also have to remember where OpenAI started, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a very different picture.
The Verge articles and the pasted text, they talk about how it was originally a nonprofit.
Right, with this noble mission to benefit all of humanity.
Yeah, like this idea of AI being a force for good and lifting everyone up.
Very idealistic.
It was, and it's pretty different from the for-profit giant we see today.
It is,
yeah.
And that shift towards making money, it's definitely raised some eyebrows.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you need a lot of money to do what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it does make you wonder about priorities, right?
Yeah, like is it still about the benefit of humanity, or is it more about profits now?
Right, and that's a big question that a lot of people are asking. And then there's the introduction of these open weight AI models.
Oh yeah, I read about those in the research write-up.
Yeah. So they're basically sharing these pre-trained parameters, which could be seen as a way to broaden access to AI.
Okay.
But it's not fully open source.
Right.
So OpenAI still retains a lot of control over the core technology.
So it's like a compromise.
Yeah, maybe it's a way to balance the original idealistic vision with the reality of being a business in a super competitive market.
Right, because you're not going to just give away your most valuable stuff.
Exactly, yeah. Gotta stay ahead of the game somehow.
And this is where things start to get a little messy, right? Like this whole shift from nonprofit to for-profit.
That's where the controversy really starts.
Yeah. And Elon Musk, he's not happy about it.
No, he is not.
Like that lawsuit he filed, that's all detailed in The Verge and the pasted text. And he's basically saying that OpenAI has strayed from its original mission.
Yeah, he's really going after them.
He is, and it's a pretty serious accusation, right? Like he's saying they've abandoned this commitment to developing AGI responsibly for the benefit of humanity.
Right. Like he's saying they've chosen profit over people, basically.
Yeah, and that's a tough pill to swallow, especially considering how OpenAI started.
Absolutely. It makes you question what's really driving their decisions.
It does, and the crazy thing is Altman himself admits that AI could be dangerous.
Yeah, that's a bit unnerving, isn't it?
It is. I mean, in the pasted text, he actually compares the risks of AI to things like pandemics and nuclear war.
Like existential threats.
Yeah, the end of the world kind of stuff. And he's the one leading the charge on AI.
I know. It's a strange juxtaposition, right?
It is. And so if he knows it could be so dangerous, why is he pushing so hard?
That's what the critics are saying, right? They're arguing that this whole AGI development is happening way too fast without enough public discussion or oversight.
Like we're not ready for it.
Exactly. And they're concerned that we're rushing headlong into these potentially catastrophic consequences without any safeguards in place.
Right, and without really asking if this is what people actually want.
Yeah, and like, is this something we as a society have actually agreed on?
It's a good question, and I think it's time to bring in the YouTube video.
All right, the Sam Altman needs to be stopped one.
Yeah, this video is intense.
It is. They don't hold back.
No, they don't, and they have a completely different take on Altman.
Yeah, they're not buying the visionary thing at all.
No, they see him as someone who's just trying to grab power.
Yeah, like they accuse him of wanting to create an AI monopoly.
Control everything.
Exactly. And they go even further. They say he's using manipulation and lies and surrounding himself with yes men to get what he wants.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty damning portrait.
It is. So instead of democratizing AI like OpenAI originally claimed,
Right.
they're saying he's building this closed system where only the wealthy and powerful will have access to these AI tools.
Yeah, like a private club for the AI elite.
Right. And this whole open source debate comes up again here.
Mm-hmm.
Like the video claims that Altman's against open source AI because he wants to build this walled garden like Apple or Windows.
Yeah, where everything's proprietary and you have to pay to play.
Exactly. And this really contradicts OpenAI's initial stance on open source.
Right, remember they started out being all about collaboration and sharing?
Yeah, and then there's that Reddit thread.
Oh yeah, where everyone's talking about Altman saying OpenAI was on the wrong side of history about open source.
And people were not happy.
No, not at all. A lot of them saw it as just damage control.
Like he's only saying it now because companies like Meta are being more open.
Right, and they're eating into OpenAI's market share.
So basically people think he's just trying to save face.
Pretty much, yeah, and they're like, show us the code, you know?
Actions speak louder than words. And then the YouTube video brings up these really disturbing allegations about OpenAI's data practices.
Yeah, this is where it gets really dark.
They talk about how OpenAI allegedly used underpaid workers in Kenya to label toxic content for ChatGPT.
And these workers were being exposed to some really horrible stuff.
Yeah, like illegal and disturbing material.
Right, and then OpenAI canceled the contract with the company Sama because apparently the work was so traumatic.
Which is like a tacit admission that it was bad.
Right, and it raises all these ethical questions about how these AI models are being trained.
Now, like, who's paying the price for our AI progress?
Exactly, and then there are questions about where all of OpenAI's training data comes from.
Right, because they're not exactly transparent about that.
No, and the video suggests that they might be using personal data without consent.
Which is a huge privacy issue.
Absolutely, and it makes you wonder what else they're not telling us.
It does, and then the video goes on to accuse Altman of being a political opportunist.
Oh yeah, using his influence to get what he wants.
Yeah, they say he's changing his political stances to gain support for OpenAI's projects, like that huge data center project.
Right, like he's playing the political game to get ahead.
And that's a little worrying, right? Like, how much influence should these tech companies have on government?
Yeah, it's a delicate balance, for sure.
And then, to top it all off, there's the whole drama about Altman being fired by the OpenAI board.
Oh, yeah, that was wild.
I mean, can you imagine being fired from your own company?
Especially a company as big as OpenAI.
I know, and the reasons they gave were pretty serious. Like, they were worried he was trying to create an AI dictatorship.
Yeah, and that they couldn't hold him accountable.
So basically, they thought he was out of control.
Yeah. And then Microsoft steps in, and there's this whole board restructuring.
And Altman's back in charge.
It's like a Shakespearean power struggle.
It really is.
Yeah.
So when we step back and look at all of this,
You've got a lot to unpack here.
we do. There's this clear duality to Sam Altman, right?
Yeah, two sides of the same coin.
On the one hand, he's this incredibly driven leader. He's raised billions of dollars. He's pushing AI forward at a pace no one else can match.
Right, and he's not shying away from the potential dangers.
Yeah, he's acknowledging the risks, which you could argue shows some level of responsibility.
Maybe.
But on the other hand, there are these really serious criticisms about his ethics.
Yeah, people are questioning his motives and his method.
Exactly. Like, is he really doing this for the benefit of humanity, or is it all about power and profit?
Right, and there are these concerns about transparency and data privacy.
And that whole debacle with the OpenAI board, it definitely raises some red flags.
It does, yeah. It makes you wonder if he's really the right person to be leading this AI revolution.
Right, because the stakes are incredibly high.
They are. This technology could change everything.
It could, and I think the key takeaways from all this are like we see this constant tension between OpenAI's nonprofit origins and its for-profit present.
Right, like has it lost its way?
Yeah, and then there's this ongoing debate about open versus closed AI development.
Which is really about control and access.
Exactly, and looming over all of this is the question of what AGI will actually mean for society.
Yeah, like what kind of world are we creating here?
And what role will OpenAI and Sam Altman play in that?
Big questions.
They are, and so for you listening, I think the big question we want to leave you with is this. Given the power of AI and the potential risks and the fact that people have such different views of Sam Altman, what principles do you think should guide the development and deployment of this technology?
Yeah, like what's the right balance between innovation and ethics?
Between being open and being safe.
And how do we make sure that AI benefits everyone, not just a select few?
These are tough questions, but they're questions we all need to be thinking about because AI is here to stay and it's only going to get more powerful.
So we better figure this out together.
We do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
See ya.
See ya.
What are your thoughts on today's topic? I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay blessed.